As one who has served as a voluntary photographer for the school during the past 6 years, I had the distinct privilege of attending most of the school's public events, presided over by our outgoing principal, Mrs. Indira Rambaran-Mohammed. Whether that qualifies me to be accorded the honor of paying homage to her at such an esteemed event will always be open to question. Instead, the question that needs to be answered is whether we have yet fathomed our fortunate position of being so enriched by someone of such a humble disposition. Hopefully, the answer to this question will enable us to truly appreciate how blessed we were to have her play such an instrumental role in the lives of our kids. Principal Rambaran-Mohammed has strategically, yet unassumingly, created an environment that purposely facilitated the participation of every well-intentioned stakeholder in the holistic development of our kids. This is evident by their countless and diverse accomplishments at the national, regional, and international levels. As expected, it has enabled our school to evolve into an educational model of excellence of which we can all be justifiably proud. As parents, we all want the best for our kids, and we want it all. We want them to be academically accomplished, co-curricularly inclined, socially accepted, culturally assimilated, community-oriented, environmentally conscious, globally recognized, and spiritually grounded. In Principal Rambaran-Mohammed, the inculcation of these noble values in our kids has been her lifelong ambition as an educator come administrator, and the proof of her success lies in the proverbial pudding. In terms of being academically accomplished, during her tenure, her students were regularly placed in the SCA Top 200 list. They won several academic awards and were champions in numerous subject-related competitions, example art, mathematics, spelling, and quizzes. In co-curricular activities, music and sports were probably the other most featured aspects of our school. In music, the choir and the seal orchestra appeared at several competitions and were on occasions crowned national champions. In sports, example badminton, karate, and swimming, our students were also crowned champions both locally and regionally. They established national records and were nominated for special commendations at the National Sports Awards ceremonies. The social acceptance of our school and cultural assimilation of our students was evident by the frequent visits of our calypso and chutney icons, as well as our national and world champion cricketers. In addition, the entire school was encouraged to participate in our annual Carnival, Diwali, Emancipation, and Christmas celebrations. The silpan and tassa, coupled with our respective cultural costumes, were featured prominently by students and staff alike. In terms of community orientation, our school's academics, musicians, and sportspersons were regular recipients of community awards, government funding, corporate donations, and extensive press coverage in both the written and electronic media. They even have an active social media presence on Facebook and YouTube. The environmental consciousness included tree planting exercises within the community and the Royal Botanic Gardens, the installation of the Environmental Management Authority's recycling bins, and winning the EMA's Greenleaf Award. In terms of becoming globally recognized, our steel orchestra was invited to participate in an overseas tour to the United States, where they performed at various institutions and events. They were also celebrated by a US Senator, coupled with our country's ambassador to the US, and were given special awards by the Montgomery County and their host, the Cultural Academy for Excellence. The spiritual upliftment was regularly provided and was reinforced by the etching of our principal's mantra in their hearts. It really doesn't matter who's looking at you. You do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. Thank you and best wishes, Principal Rambaran-Mohammed, on behalf of the entire Guaico Presbyterian parent